Hi everybody, welcome to Cancer Cooks. Today we're talking the very simple chicken sandwich, but it's a really tasty snack and something that you can scale up into a meal with some sweet potato fries, really layer up your sandwich. And the first thing I'm going to share with you is this top tip, which is get yourself to Marks and Spencer's. Buy some of these, they're a great time saver. They are the chicken breast, and this one's in a Cajun coating. They also do lemon and parmesan, a buttermilk chicken. They're always on the 3 for $10, and they're just great to have in your freezer because you'll find, or well I found with David, that when I was running out of options, when I couldn't think of anything to make, when he didn't want anything, I could always manage to get him to eat these. Even if it was just these with ketchup, then that was great. So head to M&S, get some of those. But I'm going to make some of my own for now. Just means I've got a little bit more control over the flavours. So we're going to start off with my breadcrumbs. These are panko breadcrumbs from the deli section in Sainsbury's, but you can use regular breadcrumbs. And we're just going to add some parmesan to that. It's just going to give us that real hint of savoury yumminess. A little bit of black pepper. Mix that through. And for ease of cooking, I'm going to take my chicken breast. I'm just going to slice it in half horizontally, just so I get two thinner sections. Just means they're just going to cook that little bit quicker. And they just go into our into our flour. Then into our egg. And then into the breadcrumb mix and really coat it all the way around. And the secret to getting loads of toppings on this is to do it twice. So back into the flour, into the egg again, another time round in the breadcrumbs. And I'm just doing enough for one person today, or just enough for one sandwich. But you can do more. And the other thing you can do is once they're cooked, you can actually just keep them in the fridge because they're pretty nice cold as well. So that's coated on one side, but I want a really nice thick layer of that crunchy breadcrumb mix. And this is a lot more fiddly than doing the M&S version, but it is worth it. Now I'm going to get a pan on the heat, a little bit of butter, a little bit of oil just to stop the butter catching. I'm going to fry them on both sides. So there we go, I've got my pan pre-warmed through. Just going to pop them in. And I just want them to brown on both sides. I'm actually going to finish cooking these in the oven just to make sure that they're fully cooked through. So I just want to get them nice and golden, then I'm going to pop them in a roasting tin and I'm going to pop them in the oven for about 5 minutes. So I told you it was chicken sandwich 3 ways. So we've got the easy version, which is the Marks and Spencer's version. We've got this version, which is going to taste a little bit nicer. Version 3 is McDonald's. And when David was first, David always did like McDonald's, but it wasn't something that we would eat, or I would never eat, and he would secretly eat. And when he was first diagnosed, I was a little bit sniffy about junk food. We tried really hard to only eat whole foods and nothing processed. However, we found as things progressed, and certainly within his chemo regime, there were times when I would turn to McDonald's because if I got him a chicken mayo and a portion of fries, that was 500 calories. And I was happy with 500 calories in because that was better than no calories or making something and it being too much. And the great thing about McDonald's is because it's processed, it just passes through the system really quickly, and you know that feeling. It's like Pringles. You can eat a whole pack of Pringles and go, oh no, I don't want any more, and within 10 minutes you're hungry. Exactly the same with McDonald's. So McDonald's wasn't a instead of meal, quite often it would be an additional. So I would just, every time I was passing one, I'd just give him a quick call and say, look, I'm passing McDonald's, do you want me to get you anything? And normally he'd say, yeah, I'll have a chicken mayo and fries, and that for me was a 500 calorie win. So you can see, it's taken on that lovely golden colour. I'm just going to repeat that on the other side, and then I'm going to pop it in the oven. I'm going to give it 10 minutes at 200 degrees centigrade just to check that it's cooked through. And I will see you in a little bit, and we're going to build our sandwich. So my chicken is very nearly done, so now I'm just going to compile my toppings, and it's all about adding as much flavour as well as many calories as we can. So I'm going to use avocado. Just going to mix that with a teaspoonful of yogurt, little squeeze of lemon, and then some chilli. Give it that real zing. I'm just going to make a really quick sort of guacamole with this. And then I think that should be my chicken ready. There we go, so just going to give it a little press, and you can tell from that bounce back that that breast's fully cooked through. So that's just been in for 10 minutes. And then let's see how high we can stack it. Now be plenty generous with the mayonnaise. Now normally I'm all about the rocket, but it absolutely has to be iceberg lettuce for this. You need that real crunch. And then our tomato. You could add red onion if you're fine with onions. I found David just couldn't really tolerate onions at all. Gherkin as well. Our guacamole goes on top. And then our chicken breast. Just a little bit of a squeeze of the lemon over the top. Works really well with that parmesan. And there we have it. Chicken mayo sandwich done my way. Take care. See you soon.